Morning.
Coming to you live. You already know where we at. Los Angeles, California. Guess what, y'all? This is the 1 year anniversary of the Art, Beauty, Equilibrium podcast.
That's right.
Let's give an applause to us.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
52 weeks in the game.
Hey, man. All I got to say is I appreciate my lovely family here at Art, Beauty, Equilibrium. If it wasn't for G and Shima, we wouldn't have this. So really appreciate you guys. I love y'all. We are the Wilsons, if y'all don't know. We are the Wilsons.
Yes.
And shout out to my brother Lynden right here. Come on, give me this. Hey, man. Yeah. He had a little extra energy that we need, that positive energy.
That's right.
So moving right along,
What we got, Sheen?
Yeah, what we got, Shima?
Happy Tuesday, the 26th, 1 year in the game, 52 weeks down. Happy 2021. Also, we rolling in the year. Today, we have California State at-home order has been lifted.
Whoa.
I don't know if you know.
Cali?
But we've had a rough year.
Cali is active.
Cali is
back in the
Cali
opened up
active.
again. A lot of the lifts have been open for businesses, entrepreneurship, programs, departments, institutions. That's new. Also, transgender, athletes.
Ooh.
And Joe Biden's executive order to lift Title VII discrimination against them and them competing in sports. So we'll get into that. Also, Kodak Black's remark on his charity.
Yeah.
What's up with the 1 million? It's been removed. Okay, let's get right into it.
All right, Kobe.
It's Kobe Day.
That's right.
Rest in peace.
It's been 1 year.
R.I.P.
Yes, R.I.P.
The greatest of all time.
Hey, man, they have two documentaries on Hulu. And I was watching one last night. I ain't gonna even front, bro. I was in tears like the whole time. It was the process of they was showing footage of when he ruptured his Achilles, right? So just the process of going through his recovery and going back to highlights, man. And when we be talking in the barbershop, we had that conversation about when he missed those first 3 threes against Utah. I was just at all right there, But
he always had that heart, though.
Yeah.
Like you just knew right there, like, damn, this boy's gonna be great.
He never stopped.
And one thing Shaq gave him props on was nobody else wanted to take the shot.
Yeah.
Nobody
was in the huddle. Imagine that, the rookie
Right.
step up. I'll take it.
Nobody wanted to take the shot.
Well, Shaq also said that one time he said he was telling a story when they was in practice and everybody was supposed to be watching what the coach was talking about, and they said Kobe was like off to the side, just in his own world, just jab stepping and doing all kind of crazy stuff, preparing for the moment. So
yeah, after that game in Utah, he said that he just shot 3-pointers all night. He would not stop.
His whole vibe, the energy was all greatness. It just spoke volumes, his work ethic and everything.
Yeah, man, that dude. Shout out to Kobe, man. Shout out to the family.
R.I.P.
Condolences.
And it's just ironic.
Vanessa and the kids.
Yeah, it's ironic how that all happened to coincide with the very first episode we did.
Exactly.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
I know. And it's a year later.
On a Sunday, and we did the show that Tuesday, and here we are a year later, 52 episodes
man,
in.
that is true. That's crazy.
And it landed on the anniversary. So
that's
R.I.P. to
crazy.
Kobe, man.
Yeah.
Gone but not forgot.
Man.
Now, how y'all feel about moving on to California being back open?
Whoa, Cali, we back?
I mean, they lifted the stay. We're not fully open, but they lifted the stay-at-home order and the curfew, which a lot of people didn't even know that we were still under curfew. But
well, number one, it's so interesting that they lifted it, and it's about to start raining this week.
Exactly, nobody going anywhere anyway.
We're going
some
anywhere.
people still gonna
Anywhere.
go.
Oh yeah,
Some people are still gonna go because
I'm going snowboard.
Yeah, we'll see.
Shout out to the black snowboarders out there. Yes,
You still
get
gonna
your snowboard on.
You still gonna have people though that's gonna do something.
Yeah, you still gonna have people that's going to
facts.
be ignorant.
Yeah,
facts. But they got those task forces going around too.
What task force? Oh yes,
Crashing on the parties.
Oh man, I did see one of them. It was bad.
They was hitting the underground strip clubs.
Yeah.
Businesses are gonna try to do whatever they can to still make money. And it's a delicate balance between like following the rules and then, surviving in this climate. So,
Something about like
this dude Clint is crazy.
Shout out to Clint.
What up, Clint?
Wow, no, he
He
said
said King Henry back
Is
open.
King Henry back
King
open?
Henry.
Wow,
Yo.
Clint. Hey, Clint, I'm mad I missed you this week. I had to run, but hopefully see you soon, bro.
But that I would have anxiety in places like that
For
now,
sure.
though. Just with all the atmosphere, the energy, the air. I would feel like COVID's in the air.
It might be safer at home with this OnlyFans. That might be like the little thing that's next.
Well,
real-
one thing
real
I do
talk.
know is they will come to your home too.
So
Yeah.
I don't know personally.
Oh, I'm about to say like they kicked him out though.
So they might have to go back.
somebody come get her.
I'm not telling on myself. Wait a minute, here we
Oh,
go.
wait a minute. Hey, get the conspiracy button ready. Shonda said they are doing it because Valentine's Day. It's all about the money.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
And you know
I
that.
like that.
There you go.
Good looking out. Shout out to hey, I feel you, Shonda. Yeah.
Facts.
Let's go.
Y'all
Facts.
trying to be booked and busy for the restaurant season and
Yeah,
stuff?
okay.
Okay.
So then
And Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh,
Super Bowl.
And they
Man,
know
Shonda,
everybody
you done
getting their
cracked the case.
taxes around this time too. They know
Yeah.
money is out there flowing in people's pockets.
Hey, this like the
Yeah,
end of a
okay.
Scooby Doo when they
I would have got away
Speaking
from
of
what
which,
was
I
going to
think
ration
you
the
can't even
kids
file this
in
year
that
until
mud.
like the 12th of February or something
Yo.
like that. So it does kind of like line up, So maybe.
Gas prices gonna start going up too.
Man.
But you brought up an interesting point. I want to ask everybody: how are you going to feel going into like a crowded, let's say, a concert or a bar, club, etc., anything with a large group of people and no mask on? Like
Listen, family, don't
How-
do
how
it.
do-
I don't even think
No,
that
I
they
just
said
mean
no
once.
mask.
No. Once we get fully back open, I mean,
Right.
like you brought up the fact of things are going to be different.
Yeah,
and
I don't think
having
it'll ever be the
anxiety.
same.
I'm not suggesting that nobody do that now. I'm saying once everything,
Right,
once
who's
we
gonna
get
be
the
like the first
okay,
people? Yeah.
how are you
gonna
still
be a
going to
little
feel?
nervous. I am a social butterfly, but I am going to be nervous. I mean, I miss the dime. Shout out to the dime. I miss y'all,
And
man.
that's a real small
Man.
confined spot too.
I love the dime. I miss it.
Yeah.
But
Places like that.
I'm not going back.
Yeah. A place that's a good example.
Concert, hey man, look,
Well.
I'm about to go buy a bigger TV so I can have concert in the house.
Yeah.
I'm going to upgrade from 55 to like a 75.
I'm
Hey.
just
Safer
saying.
at home. Your living room is about the
Hey.
size of the dime,
Yeah,
so
you can turn up in the room.
Facts.
You can turn up in the living room.
Turn up in the living room.
Order your food to the house.
Like, would you go to like say Coachella?
I was scared of Coachella even when it was no.
He said before it was.
Hey, I ain't gonna even front. I was scared of Coachella.
I think amusement parks, anything like that's gonna hit a little different now.
Okay, so certain things.
And then how is that gonna work at amusement parks when you get in line for the ride? If everybody got to be 6 feet out, that mean that goddamn ride gonna be from Gotham. If you getting on Batman, damn near
To the front,
all the way to the front
entrance.
Hey, 6 feet of space in and that many, like how that's gonna work?
you're
It's
probably,
not,
not
bro.
going to be allowed to go
It's
without.
not. It's not
anyway, I
gonna
don't
work.
wanna-
Yeah.
Because and if they say there's 6, and if they say 6 feet of space and is no longer required, still people are gonna be hella uncomfortable standing right back up on each other like we used to once upon a
Oh
time.
man, people are going to go berserk. Man, can you back up? It's
does
gonna be
anybody
crazy.
know that?
Yeah.
Were they open in Florida? Disney World? Do you know?
I don't
They
think so.
tried to open earlier in the year, but I remember
I think I
a few of the
remember seeing
employees.
some people with some masks on and pictures at Disney.
Well, if you remember, they tried to open up like early,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
and it didn't go well because it's hard to keep everybody in a bubble and make sure.
Right.
You see, with the NBA, they having problems this year. I mean, when they were in a bubble, everything was going cool, and now that they out the bubble, it's all bad. So, also you mentioned Kodak Black. You heard about that, right?
No, what
Oh
happened?
yeah.
I don't know.
What
I
happened
do
with
not-
Kodak?
No
Shima?
offense.
What happened with Kodak?
Yeah, Kodak Black. Basically, he said that in Twitter. He said on Twitter that he was going to basically donate $1 million if he got released. Well, he's out, and they removed the tweet. So his lawyers are basically saying for legal reasons they removed it, but I don't know what those are.
But he
I
out.
don't know what he's obligated for. I don't. Yes, he's out.
Then
Well, going
He
back
got
to
a
the
pardon for President Trump before he left office, so he is out.
You got to be careful what you say on social
Going
media.
back to Disney, they said yes, Disney is open. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know. I don't know if it's open out here, but it may be Disney World. So
Okay.
No, out here
Thank
it's
y'all.
open for vaccinations.
yeah, that's yeah.
Oh,
What was he in jail for to begin with? You don't, do you know that?
Who do we don't know?
Trump
What happened,
part of
though?
them
Yeah,
basically.
but he out.
It's one of them things. If you say, "Man, if I could get out of here, I give $1 million to anybody,"
Mm-hmm.
and then when you get out, it's like, "Hey, delete that."
Hey, I mean, I ain't mad at nobody getting out of jail.
No,
it might sound like pay
But
for
you
play
should
though.
you should own up to what you know what you say though. You know.
Oh, he acting
Yeah,
like he
man,
didn't
it
say it
worked.
now?
nah, because I mean,
Or they
in
just
all
got rid of the
honesty,
tweet?
in all honesty, though, you say stuff, and then when it happens for
Florida
an
Disney's
unrelated
open,
reason, you know, because remember that happened to Ryan Leslie.
Yeah.
Remember Ryan
But
Leslie got
his was actually a little different. He got played. He wanted the laptop, and he didn't know to say specifically. I want everything still on the laptop. So when they gave him the laptop, he was like, "Well, here go your laptop." But all the,
So for those that don't know, the artist producer Ryan Leslie, he somebody stole his laptop and he made a social media post saying, "Man, I'll give $1 million just to have my laptop back." So somebody returned his laptop,
but didn't have none of the
and
content on
it was wiped clean. So all the music and what was actually valuable was gone. So it's just two cases of somebody saying something on social media, and then you know, hey, Amelia's funny. She says, "Does he even have $1 million?"
Amelia, we do not know.
That
I mean,
that part.
hey,
At the end of the day, he out though.
yeah,
And he free.
got pardoned.
He gon'
Right.
and he's free.
Lil Wayne,
He free
too, huh?
Yeah.
He can make it now,
Oh,
'cause
Harry
that's-
O was free.
He just had
No
something
way.
drop.
That is confirmed. Harry O was
Man,
free, bro.
Harry O is not free. I'm looking
Man,
that up.
all right.
Yeah.
I'm looking that up right
Man, look.
I just want to remind y'all once again,
Hey,
2 weeks down, 1
it's
year in the
our
game.
anniversary.
Skin in the game. Thanks for
Hey.
rolling with the Our Beauty Equilibrium podcast.
Yes.
It's been a long little ride.
Hey,
Think about
man.
how much, man, we've been through.
Man.
Do we have any clips
Every Tuesday.
of our past episodes? Because we didn't have some funny moments on
The
here.
good
bro.
thing is you can go binge watch all of them. They
Yes,
all
you
available.
can.
So,
Yes, you can.
You can go.
You
You can go watch in
Yes.
OD.
Yes.
Tell somebody about us. Like, share, subscribe,
Definitely.
binge watch.
Definitely.
Yes,
Get into
Spotify.
it.
So
Twitch, Anchor.
since Cali's open, so that means what?
And also another footnote with, the restaurants had a lawsuit against the governor.
And beauty salon.
They added us to the lawsuit over
Yeah.
the weekend. And
You
boom.
know, I
You know what
really
I'm saying?
feel
We about
that
to be back.
I really feel like Newsom just didn't know what to do, so that was his first initial reaction. He started getting too much backlash, and now that the lawsuit's out, he like, you know what, like I really ain't got no dog in the fight like that. Like, screw it, I'm not trying to get sued for this. So I'm not mad at him, because he didn't know. He didn't know. Who knew it was going to be in a pandemic? Who knew how to react to this? I don't think they have a class for governors like, okay, in a pandemic, you're supposed to do this. So he just did what he thought, was best for him,
Damon said the porno boy story needs to be, rehashed. So
Oh yeah, he got pardoned
No,
by President Trump.
we
Harry
don't
O.
need.
Yo,
That's facts.
Yep,
Harry O is out.
I
Yeah.
told
He was
you.
on a life sentence,
This
wasn't
is
he?
according to Revolt TV. Shout out Revolt.
That's crazy. Shout
I
out
told
Harry
you.
So
O.
Donald Trump then just
We are going to get a
Yo.
new death row, bro.
Yo,
I said
Harry
it
O.
first. We gonna get a new death
That
row.
was a long time.
Man, I don't
Damn.
know. Can Death Row
Hey,
pop
let
like
our
that
beauty
again?
equilibrium
Nah.
cover the footage, y'all.
Nah.
Let our
I
beauty
mean,
equilibrium
it-
cover the
don't get
footage
me
of
wrong,
the new death row.
It can, but did y'all see the argument of it was on social media about who was more of a bigger artist in their prime, Snoop Dogg or Tupac?
Ooh.
Just speaking of Death Row and Harry O.
They both was popping at the same time. I don't really know.
I think it was Snoop, bro.
Yeah, that's
I think
that's
it was
what-
Snoop,
When they
'cause-
broke it down, I would have to agree, man, because
Yeah.
Snoop was on the music by itself. Just if you just think about take all the controversy and
I mean, you
everything
think
that happened.
Tupac had one album on Death Row. Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg had like like 2, 3.
I would have to agree. I think when all said and done, like Tupac is in a whole nother, you know, he's different right now.
Right.
He's just an icon on a whole nother level. But at the time, when you think about Doggy Style, when that came out,
Well, I do believe Snoop is the greatest West Coast artist probably ever.
yeah,
He
Doggy
is the
Style
West
was
Coast.
just crazy.
Snoop got over a gajillion
He is
hits.
an icon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
and I think Tupac, you know, they both dope. You know,
Yeah.
they both dope. But
Yeah,
it
two-
was an
Probably at that
interesting
time, it might have
argument.
been. It might probably go Snoop's way. I would give him the edge.
Yeah, because I just remember Snoop at that time. It was crazy. You couldn't even escape Snoop. No
You
kind of
still
way.
can't escape Snoop right now. He
He's
you know,
he just stood the test of time. He's got so many classics. It's
Yeah.
just he's
Yeah,
a rapper's
that-
rapper.
He
man.
done jumped on records with everybody.
Everybody.
Got records with Katy Perry. got
Reggae.
records- Yeah.
Reggae
Exactly.
rappers. Records. Got shows with Martha Stewart. So,
Started
yeah.
singing and stuff.
yeah, man.
Sensual Seduction.
He got the reggae album. Hey man, shout out to Snoop, bro. You all right with me?
So I
And
got
he's continued to pivot in his career, you know, whether it be
he
from
always
commercials,
adjusts.
you know,
He always adapts.
everything.
Yeah, man.
Like you said, Martha Stewart,
Well,
he keeps it moving.
what's we gonna move on to this next one? What we talking about? The transgenders?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what is the chapter 7 you spoke about? You said he got rid of the discrimination.
Yes. It just basically stops them from being able to discriminate in certain situations. It's a long list of how equality can exist within that community, and that's what they're just trying to further their progress. But a lot of people are, it's controversial because biology is biology. And some people are saying, and it has been instances where people have been severely hurt and
Yeah,
injured
it's
from
been a-
competing against,
Yeah.
transgender athletes. So
It was an article. This lady said she was fighting against a transgender, and she was like, "I've never felt strength like this before." And during the process of the match, she got her skull cracked.
Right.
You know,
So
She got her. Oh, I heard about
Yeah,
that. UFC, right?
yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's not cool. You know, like it has to be some type of governor on that. You know, like okay, you know, I have no qualms if you want to, whatever you want to be. You know, woman, man, pig, ostrich, alien. I don't, whatever you want to be. But you know, at the end of the day, your genetics is still, you know, of a man, and I don't think you should be competing against women because
that's
you know,
not fair.
It's not.
I
That's
just want to
not
say
fair.
that Abigail Schreier quoted, she said, a new glass ceiling has been placed over girls because funding and universities and federal funding must allow admittance to biologically male athletes to women's teams, women's scholarships, etc. So that does push the bar further for women who are born, biologically a woman, because now you're basically competing against
A man.
a man. I mean, your education, everything. And honestly, we're talking about biology here. They are not considered men anymore. You can't say it's like a man, but I'm just saying if you were born,
Yeah, you're talking about like muscle mass,
Right,
bone
exactly.
density,
So, at the
lung
end of the
It's
capacity.
different.
Right.
You
It even
know?
forces women to maybe have to do things like get testosterone shots and stuff like that.
That's
to
not
try
fair.
and-
it says all persons should receive equal treatment under the law, no
Yeah.
matter their gender, identity, or sexual orientation.
And that's okay, but with sports, I think with certain things you got to kind of alter it or maybe give them their own league. But then when you give someone their own league, because these are still human beings. So if you were to give them their own transgender league, some in that may feel like that's not fair. Like,
Because
why we
that's
gotta
not
plan on-
inclusive. You
Yeah,
know,
that
that
makes
is-
that may make them look a little different.
Right.
You know.
See,
So
I-
how do you solve the issue? Because you can't continue to play in these leagues and just whoop ass because you way stronger than everybody.
Well, see,
That's
I
not
don't
fair.
think
Well,
That's-
as of now,
yeah.
they can, but
I don't think
No.
would that wouldn't affect private companies though, would it? Like the NBA, for example, the WNBA, those are like privately owned companies. I think that's more with like schools and colleges and high
Where they're
But
schools.
getting
even
funding,
with that,
where
that's
they're
going.
getting,
Don't you think that
funding.
might affect the WNBA or the NBA? Because if you have a woman, you know, on a college basketball team, and she's killing.
But let's talk about the
transgender.
track stars and everybody out there
Yeah.
already doing it. Like, is this the
Scholarship.
end of, you know, just basically like equality when it comes to people just being able to play
Right.
and have no?
I think
that seems like a barrier, like a.
I don't know about that, but I do know. I feel like it's going to eventually maybe water down the game. I think you're going to lose a lot of people's interest because it won't be respected. Like, I'm not going to respect a man who I know was a man who became a woman. Now he in the WNBA giving these women the business. It's not going to seem real. It's going to be like, well, of course you doing that.
Yeah.
It almost makes you look at the game different. Like, I don't even want to watch it now.
See, and that
It's
and
not
that
fair.
yeah,
I just want to
yeah.
see a fair game. Like, I don't have nothing against
I
people
feel you.
wanting to be what they want to be, but I don't want my daughter to be at the park league down the street going up against, you know, who really is a little boy, but he identifying as a girl, like Dwayne Wade's son, for example, and he just killing my daughter. Like, he's serving my daughter. Like, he needs to
You
be
getting
playing.
upset right now.
You know what I'm saying?
It
Like,
ain't even happen.
of course he gonna serve her.
No, I
Of course he
understand what you're
served.
saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
I understand.
It's a fine
But
line
then I don't
between
want
being
people feeling
treated
bad.
fairly.
Yeah.
So on one hand, you got being treated fairly, but then on the other hand, when it comes to sports and competition,
And,
that's
and
just-
physical ability,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
just
that's still
not-
not fair.
That's
either.
all I think we all saying. It's not
and
fair.
you know what?
It's not fair.
Just knowing how people act, you know, it's always going to be a few people that take advantage. You know,
Right.
They're
I think what would be acceptable is if you are identifying as a woman now, but you were biologically born a man, I think you should be able to play in the NBA then. You should still play with the guys. You just be a girl on the team. Like, that looks better. Like, nah, that's kind of strange, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, girls can play with us, but you got to be a guy who became a girl.
I mean, honestly,
You know what I'm
if we're
saying?
talking
Like, you
about
can't be a-
biology, once
Yeah.
you go through,
I'm just trying to solve the problem.
once you go through the process, your hormones are not the same. When you're taking medication to change yourself and hormones and everything, it's not like you're like fully like you know, a man
But
still anyway. So
if I
it's
may,
kind of touchy.
A lot of
We're talking
people are
about
on the-
science here, you know.
A lot of people on the chat are saying that they should have their own league.
I
Yeah,
mean,
they
yeah,
really
but then
should.
how do you do that? That just seems so.
That gives me discrimination vibes, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's the
Exactly.
next thing
Yeah.
that they're going to play. Because that's almost like, you know, they almost try to compare that to race, right?
it is different.
So when blacks couldn't play in the white league back in the day, we felt some type of way when they gave us our own league. You shouldn't compare race and sexuality. However, they do.
Man,
Discrimination.
We going
But-
far down this rabbit
but-
hole, bro. That's all I got to say.
But look, what about
Demonetized.
what about for sure? But but what about in you don't have to have hormone therapy. So
Okay, yeah,
you
because
might you might identify that way and just play. And
Yeah.
they can't discriminate against that. And that would be it's gonna take some more fine tuning. But I'm definitely for, you know, the inclusiveness aspect of it, and they shouldn't be discriminated against.
Wait a minute, sidebar, y'all.
And if anybody, if you're LGBTQ just chime in. Like, let us know
See?
what your feelings or thoughts are on this, because everybody wants equality, but you know, people are getting hurt and.
But
know,
everything.
But wait a minute, like I said, let me sidebar. You guys see that show? I mean, South Park, and they had where.
Yes. Yes.
Man, it's just not gonna be no fair, man. It's not.
I think at the end of the day, we just trying to normalize something that is on some levels not normal or natural. It's just something that we are doing now and we accept it. But you cannot be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you become transgender. You turn into a new
I mean,
sex.
like I
The
said,
thing
So
when
is,
that's
it
you
when
comes
gonna-
it blurs everything at that point. It makes it hard to figure out. Because look at what we talking.
now, I will say like maybe like basketball or maybe baseball, but not nothing like football or UFC where, you know, like
Nah,
physical.
that ain't cool either.
I mean, if that's the case, why did they ever have
Yeah, why'd
like
you ever
men's track
separate
and
it?
women's track?
I
You know
don't
what I
think
mean?
I don't think track either.
There's obviously a difference.
What about
If you
the
take
females? I'm sorry, go ahead.
if you take up anybody against, I mean, if you take up females against males, it's not the same.
It's not.
So
It-
I
it's
feel
not.
you because you're not hitting each other. But what about the
Yeah.
female soft? Bro, if you join the female softball team, you're gonna be smacking that ball.
I agree.
Them girls ain't.
I don't know. Well, maybe
But
it
you
should
can't
be
do that.
dart
You
throwing
can't
or something,
separate
or
They can't separate it. Maybe they can measure
beanbag toss
muscle
or
mass or
something.
do
Yeah.
something like that or whatever to make it kind of like equal. I don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
touchy.
Yeah.
This
I don't want
touchy,
anybody
and I don't
to
want to
feel like they
offend
can't.
nobody.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
don't
I'm
want
saying?
anybody to feel like, oh, we have to be over here. Like,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know,
Because someone did say you ostracize. There, Bree Renee said you ostracize them further
way.
by placing them in their own league.
exactly. That's a great point. Who said that?
I mean-
Bree? That's a great point.
you get ostracized, but still, once again, you got to think back to prime example, the chick from UFC.
Right.
She got her head cracked.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, explain that.
Nah, and once people are being injured, you know
Explain
what I'm saying?
that. That right there. I don't give a damn about ostracizing nothing, bro. People get injured.
Yeah, no,
You know?
facts.
Yeah.
feel it.
Yeah, Pete. See, it's Damon said it best.
Ty
Any
said-
solution is going to be complicated. It's going to be, discrimination.
So then, let's make the safer one then.
Ty said if he owns an NBA team and transgender women want to get buckets, welcome to the Knicks. That's a great point.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That's
If a
a great point.
transgender woman
It's
wanted
good enough.
to play for the Knicks, welcome.
See, I don't think that that's the number one concern. I think the concern is a man, a biological man, dominating physically women.
But that's all it is.
So,
That is a major concern.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so-
That's all we
so-
worried
It's
about.
cheating.
like you
Safety.
said, the woman got her skull cracked. Now, that's not to say it's probably men that got their skull cracked fighting other men. So,
True.
but when it's so lopsided, on
Maybe
a
there's like a
biological
strength test
level,
that they can take.
It's like
I don't know.
Straight up, it's like steroids. Straight up, it's
Yeah.
like a man.
Ooh,
Oh my bad.
It's just like steroids.
It's like a transgender going into a woman's league. It's like steroids.
That's a perfect example, man.
It is
Right.
Because you are enhanced.
yeah, it's gonna
know,
be. That's a tough.
That's a good point.
That's a tough.
Somebody
it's-
needs to say that
Because
Yeah.
it's just like, if a woman knew that she was going to fight a trans in the streets, she'd probably be like, no, I'm cool.
right.
Because,
Yeah.
you already know the repercussions.
Right.
Come on, man. No, it's
if
not
steroids
cool.
enhance your strength, you know what I'm saying, and allows you to dominate at a more physical, at a higher level physically.
Wait a minute.
Then-
Hold on. Even with matching weights, they, in UFC, their weight class is still the same. In UFC,
Right.
she got her head cracked even with the same weight.
But
It
your
does-
weight class don't have nothing to do
unless the transgender drops, if it's like woman is 150 and the transgender is 130, maybe, but once again it's still
you should
a
just
man's
never
physical strength.
Yeah,
No.
and that's when you shouldn't just
Yeah.
cross that line.
I mean, women's rights have always been an issue,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that fighting for equality becomes kind of difficult when you have other factors that are like now being pushed into the category of equality with women. From voting to even having a WNBA,
Right.
and everything else involved in having equality for women in sports. It just seems like this is something else that pushes the bar further for people who are really just wanting to compete.
I just feel like one of the things that kind of bothers me on some levels, though, it just seems like women are losing like their place in society. I don't like we don't. I don't know. Like y'all don't have nothing for y'all no more. You know what I'm saying? Like
We keep
Well-
doing this, we won't. I mean, they won't.
you know what I'm saying? Like what will women have to themselves? They don't have personals to themselves no more. That's shared. They have to take the female logos off the little private stuff. Like they losing their place. And men are starting to become women and now dominate and they gotta share everything now. I'm not against what people are doing, but
that's interesting.
I'm just saying it seemed like men are not losing our place. It seemed like men are always just gonna be men. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like we losing women. Like, I don't know. I could be wrong off all day. But something just seems strange. I'll figure it out.
I mean, it's just one of those things
that's
that
very
you're not going to
interesting.
solve by, overnight. I think that's the first step. Obviously, is you can't discriminate against anyone. So
Right.
that's the first step.
Yeah, and you can't.
Now, whatever happens next, it's going to definitely be some adjustments because people.
It's going to be a lot of
If
adjustments.
you're getting skulls cracked, or say people just start dominating the sport, or
People
you know,
getting
you
really
have,
injured
You have
and
women
stuff.
that are losing out on scholarships, and they feel like it's
I
unfair.
guarantee you, women are going to start speaking out like, yo, bro, no.
I think the best thing to do, man, would maybe just give them their own league, and it has to be like that. I don't, and everybody attitude will just have to be right about it. Like, it's not we discriminating.
I mean,
it's not
that's
this.
assuming that everybody who's competing is basically stronger than a woman, or going to basically adversely affect women's sports. So,
I mean, but naturally, men are stronger than women, though. So, like, if you can assume that for most.
Damon
most
said
of-
we different on
but
purpose.
you can't assume that with science. I don't know if you can draw that conclusion if somebody's been taking hormones for years, or if they've basically.
Oh, if it balances.
I mean,
out.
whatever you assign yourself, I don't know if you've been living like that and having that lifestyle and taking the hormones. I don't know how you can discriminate against people.
Now, on the flip side, there is also, speaking of the testosterone levels, there is a transgender MMA fighter, and she's been getting beat up. It hasn't been like lopsided. She's been getting those hands. So
by the biological
women, yeah. So I think somebody brought up in the chat
But even
room
if he was
about
a man, he probably
testosterone.
couldn't fight. I mean, it still don't make it.
But somebody brought up about testosterone limits, and that's above my pay grade. I don't know about how that's going to affect your performance or anything, but they're gonna. It's not everybody's not gonna, coming into this league, this big, huge, muscle bound person and just dominate women's sports. But you're gonna have some people that's gonna. You always got people that take advantage. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's going to be
Right.
the problem when you have people that just want to make a name for themselves or want to take advantage, and they always mess it up for everybody else that is legitimately wanting to just have a fair shot at something and compete. And maybe it's not going to be lopsided. But the fact that biologically you got people that are they're just different. Muscle mass, bone density, lung capacity, et cetera, et cetera. That's not going to make for fair competition, and I think that's going to have to be addressed probably later on. We surely not going to solve it right now.
No, we're not. We
Right.
definitely are not.
So, anyway.
That's some old Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
man. Because if that keep going, I mean, you're gonna have people that's like, man, I can't go to the NBA, but if I go out here and get these little
See?
pills like this and become a woman, I
Yeah,
go to
man.
the WNBA. Then I'm going to one of these leagues though.
And that's weird.
That's weird energy right there.
Can't get into NBA next week. He like, I'm a transgender.
I'm a transgender.
Like, oh, man, come on, bro.
Greg Most 150. It says
You
China.
doing it for the clout.
Oh, see. Too much Crush brought up China from the WWF with Wreck Most men and women. Okay.
Yeah, that
Okay.
is. But that is
Okay.
China.
But
though.
that's an exceptional
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
You know,
For sure. You're right, though, but yeah, I don't want to throw hands with China.
Nah.
hey, look at that. The transgender division, the women division, and the men's division. I do like that, though. The NBA could actually come out with their own transgender league and just sponsor that and give it the same support, put some money behind it. I think safely. I think the safer thing to do is to give them their own league because somebody gonna get hurt.
Somebody will get hurt.
They already
I
getting
mean,
hurt.
then we're asking the question like, do we change the Constitution and every bylaw that we've basically stood behind for years? I mean, sex, religion, and race have always been in the
Constitution definitely needs to be
same category.
The Constitution definitely needs to be.
How do you
adjusted.
possibly say, okay, yeah, because of sex this or because of race this? Like that's that sounds absurd.
You can't do that. There's no place for that. But
Yeah.
it's also no place for women getting their skulls cracked.
I know. I mean, it's just I don't know.
Out there getting mollywop.
Oh, now that's a good one.
See, exactly.
The number one question is: would enough people watch to make anyone money?
Well, that's what I was
See?
saying earlier. If you
Yes.
put them in the same, I think they'll make. I think they'll make less money. I don't think they'll make money if they have their own league like that. I don't think, and then I think the NBA will start to lose money the more transgenders come into it in all sports, because then it's going to start to just get you're gonna lose the interest of the people because a lot of people feel it's not fair. I'm sorry. When I first of all, I'm a fan of the WNBA. Guess what? I like to watch the women compete against women. I like to see the men compete against the men. I also like to see men play against women on some regular park shit or at the regular gym. But when you get to the highest level of competition, athletes are on a professional level are the strongest at their.
That's a great point.
What?
Micah brought up a great point.
For a transgender league.
So yeah, for transgender league, it'll have to be split into man to women, then women to man. So yeah, you're gonna always have issues because then you're gonna have the biological men that are transgender would have to compete against themselves, and then the biological women that are transgender would have to comppe.
Well, then you got 4 leagues then.
Nah, that's gonna be too much.
That's too much.
That's gonna be too much.
Well, then they don't need to be hooping. I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, you gotta
the only
have.
thing I can say is we will see.
That.
But you're gonna hurt people.
No, that's ignorant.
People are physically being hurt though, man. Like, okay, look, if Shaquille O'Neal in '94 said, "I'm gonna become a transgender," and went to the Los Angeles Sparks, if Dikembe Mutombo couldn't hold him,
if in '94 Shaq went to go to the Sparks,
think about what we're talking about. You could
if in '94 we wouldn't be having this kind of conversation.
Anthony Davis right now could become a transgender and go play for the Sparks based off all this new shit, and he would prove worthy. Everybody know that's Anthony, but that's Angela Davis now. You feel me? And he go over here, he gonna kill. That's not fair. He too strong.
I was just wondering because
Come on. Them women gonna be catching bows. You know how strong them athletes are in them positions. So, or if the lingerie football league, for example, if one of them women
talk about that, I like that.
If one of them women that's a wide receiver, come on, man. That's
okay. I see where this is going.
Yeah.
I mean, so what about the woman playing college football right now?
Oh yes, I did hear about that.
I didn't hear about that.
It's a woman playing college football.
Yes.
One, it first started off with a woman being a kicker, and now I guess it's another woman. I mean, she knew what she signed up for. You know, I don't think you should take it easy on her. She knew exactly what she signed up for.
But see, that I would have a hard time if I'm on that special teams getting ready to crack her. If I know that's a chick, you gon' even when I play basketball at a gym with women that play with us sometimes, you do guard them a little different. You don't be that aggressive with the girls at the gym. You really don't.
I understand, but
so I think it'll even make you biased on the field. It'll throw the game off. Like if I'm coming at you full storm, like man, you know that's Becky. You about to just crack her, just bow.
Oh my God! Next season on VH1, I can't even.
Come on, man.
I mean, that's assuming that people know that's your
Amelia, you're
biology.
hilarious.
So,
You don't think people will know? You think it's it'll be kept more?
I think so.
So you don't think you got to make that known?
I mean, what if you don't have to disclose that? You know?
Yeah,
okay, now that'll work. Then you just be if it's a transgender, meaning a woman that became a man.
Yeah, you
then
just
people
got
just
that work.
assume you just weak.
Yeah, you just got
like you ain't got no strength and you just keep getting dealt with.
You just got that work.
So you bad at being a man and a woman.
Hey, now that is fairness.
Oh my God.
Since we still we going over, y'all. We going over. Thanks for hanging with us today.
I thought we was going
1 year
over.
anniversary.
1 year anniversary.
Thank you for hanging with us. Thank you for subscribing to us. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for being here every Tuesday at 8:30.
Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Yes.
We got some faithful people, man, in the chat room. Thank you.
We gonna still go this 20 minutes, or we gonna wrap it? We'll call it a wrap.
Remember, go get your shirts.
Your hats.
Oh, look what he said.
ArtBeautyEquilibrium.com.
Don't forget the wavy wolf brushes.
He said, Lynden, stop it. Last time after Drayson, you put that girl in the post.
Hey, thank you too much, Coach.
The secret's being revealed here.
So you was calling for the ball.
Exactly.
She out here.
Mismatch.
Don't forget to patronize your favorite small business and small
Yeah, we
businesses.
still
Period.
low. We going.
Yeah.
Show love to people in the community because people
Hey,
are
that's
out
what's
here
up.
still trying to survive.
Right.
It's been been a rough year for business, especially. So your favorite jeweler, that's a small business. I don't care if it's smoothie, coffee shop, whatever. Show them support.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Facts, yeah.
Yes.
Your favorite salon. or
Shout out
barbershop.
to
Exactly.
Sugar Free for tuning in. We
Oh,
appreciate
yeah,
it.
Sugar Free.
Shout
Shout
out
out.
to Sugar Free. I'd rather give you my
Yep. Shout out
than
to my boy
breathe
Marquise
on my
Precise.
last
Check out
bit of
his
endo
music.
smoke. Yeah.
To our guest, Trap Kitchen. That was our
Trap
first guest,
Kitchen.
man. Spank,
Yes.
man. Thank you for coming on.
Nick
Right.
Carthane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been on here a few times.
Right.
Yes.
All right,
Man,
y'all
we really
hit the like
appreciate all
button,
y'all.
subscribe, and share.
All right, y'all.
And y'all be careful with them knees with the Buster challenges.
Oh, man. Hey, man. Wait. We can't. No, wait. Hold on. Hey,
Yeah,
man.
be careful.
That has gotten me through the quarantine.
Y'all watch them knees.
Hey, the busted
Hey, man,
challenge.
that busted challenge.
Every two
Watch
scrolls,
your
a busted
knees.
channel.
Hey,
pop up.
man. Look, it's been all right. This busted challenge is
Yeah.
all.
It's-
It's all right.
Hey, TikTok
going
taking
up.
over, man.
TikTok is taking over.
Yeah, TikTok gonna be like a little only a porn site or something in the minute.
Nah, man. Wait a minute. Somebody call it. We
Oh,
already know
no.
who that is.
We don't. Let me see.
Anonymous.
Hello.
They gotta turn this up.
Hold on. Hello?
I gotta turn this
No,
up.
no, there I go.
Okay. Well,
All right. I don't know if you're trying to get through, but it got disconnected. Make sure you hit the like button, though. Appreciate you.
All right, y'all.
Congratulations, AB, for the culture. Thank you. We will see y'all next week on episode 53.
That's
Until then,
right.
Season 2, episode 1. Let's just say that.
There you go. Season 2,
Season
episode
2.
1. I like that.
There we go.
360 cameras. All right.
Okay.
We'll take a look at that.